Well, thank you very much. Obviously, extremely grateful for David and LME for organizing this meeting. I'm also a member of LME, and I'm also the chair of one of the sister parties, the Italian Democratic Party, so we work together on so many things in the last few years. Now, all this introduction, just as a sort of an apology, as I haven't done my own homework properly, and I did not plan to divide my little speech in 3 parts, but I have a go. Why should we thank Europe? Well, selfishly, to be honest, I owe a lot to Europe. I mean, I got a job because of Europe. I mean, I moved from one country to another because of free movement of workers and the principle of non-discrimination on the grounds of nationality. And by the way, I even became a professor of European law. So, to be honest with you, Europe pays the bill, because that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm working on European affairs, I'm teaching, researching, advising institutions, helping, bringing cases. So, once again, as I said, I am extremely grateful for selfish reasons to Europe. However, if we move a little bit further, I'm extremely grateful also because Europe did increase my lifestyle, which is still a little bit selfish. But for instance, if you like wine, well, wine has affordable prices because obviously Europe told the United Kingdom they could not tax beer 1 and wine 20. But also, it did improve my family rights. My partner had decent maternity leave. Why? Because of Europe. It did improve my other friends, which obviously were enjoyed not being discriminated on any grounds, on age, on sexual orientation. This is because of Europe. I think that we also need to thank Europe because of the kind of environment we live in. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, our Supreme Court, which is not exactly at the moment the most pro-European court that we ever had, simply acknowledged that standards in this town are actually appalling, and then we should actually go back and try to make sure that we enforce the better standards on air quality control that is coming from Europe. So I have a lot of reasons for being grateful. Change, yes. Well, do we need to change that much? Because that's also, again, let's try to be a little bit bold. We had a lot of stuff of changes throughout the last few years. I mean, we have now a very powerful European Parliament, which has now the power to pass legislation, basically, because it's co-legislation with the European Council. That has the power to appoint key figures, President of the European Commission. We have the most extensive right of access to information throughout Europe. We have now the right to propose legislation as citizens. If you collect 1 million signatures, you can actually propose legislation. You have now committees scrutinizing the appointment of judges at the European Court of Justice. So yes, of course there are things to reform, but hey, let's also think about the good things that we achieved. Obviously, the European Parliament and Europe is a political organization. So, the last 5 years we had a specific majority in the European Parliament, and we had crap stuff, which is actually time to reverse. All the stuff that came out from the European Parliament on immigration is a shame, is a stain on Europe. Directives like the one called the Return Directive, which we should call instead Deportation Directive, we need to get rid of it. Environmental protection, I've mentioned it before, but the Air Quality Emissions Directive came before the present majority. Now, the Parliament voted no to start, the process of cap and trade emission, working again. So obviously we need to change the political majority, as simple as that. And how do we do it? Third point. My take is that because Europe affects, every single aspect of your life, it's so, we need to make sure that we build a very positive narrative, showing people that, this is actually good, because, from questions about the kind of food that your children eat, because once again, the next European Parliament is going to decide about what kind of warning they're going to be on children food. From the kind of, how do we fund public services? Once again, these kind of decisions are going to be taken in Europe. So we need to make sure that we show that we fully tell people that every single aspect of their everyday life can be better, it can be improved if we actually win the next election. I think that's my message. Thank you very much.